There's a lot of ways around.
Oh, this is Roman. How can I help you?
Hey, Roman, this is Koil Soze. I'm just wondering if I could ask you a couple of questions, considering you're a lawyer.
Sure. What's up, Kel?
If someone was going to say to you, the state owns property, but they gave a local entity power to make their own laws and jurisdictions. If the local entity didn't make their own jurisdictions and their original council would be a Los Santos city, for instance, do you believe that their jurisdiction would be outside of Los Santos? It's a long, loaded question.
It is a very long, loaded question.
You know, listen, maybe I'll call you back in a little bit and I'll come see you in
Yeah.
person if you got time.
Yeah, I was at your court case and I was watching it. I get what you're saying here. It is a little bit of a tricky one, I would say.
Which part? The jurisdiction part?
Yeah, because it's like, so they're technically state representatives in a sense, right? But were they?
Sure.
Was that? But what my question is to that is, how do we know they were actually technically how they are technically state representatives?
So
There's
think
no.
Oh no! It is. The Constitution says that the Council of Eight is under them, so they have authority from the state, not authority of the state. Because if you're of the state, you would be a senator, right? You know, that's their level.
Yeah.
So the fundamental flaw in everything is if that was a reality, the way they perceive it, everything would be federal, not state power, because the federal is above the state and they hand down the power to the state as the state hand down the power to the local and the local hand it down to the mayor and the people below them. So if you write a citation, I am treason to the federal government, it doesn't make sense because, state government, sorry, doesn't make sense because treason is when you disobey the authority of the state. And if I'm breaking the penal code, which is of the state, then if I got a citation on that penal code, then I would be in treason, which is a 7-day, 3-day hold. You get where I'm getting at? Which is illogical.
Yeah.
But this is why they split up factors and do a power of or a power from. It's a very key word. So if you have power from the state, you are under the state. If you have power of the state, you are the state. There's a very big difference in those two words. And I did listen in year 3 when they explained some basic words to me like that. And that is the key to the fundamental laws in this city, which they don't understand, it appears. So the state has control and jurisdiction of everything, and until their base law says they have jurisdiction there, they don't have jurisdiction of the state. Does that not make sense?
It does make sense. It's
done like this so a citation isn't treason, is the point I'm fucking making. It's literally done like this for that reason. But either way, I mean, that's the thing. The reality is here, even if it's not like this, it's not written. And if every law is interpretation or, vague, the entire Constitution in itself and legislation can be objected to because it is fucking vague, okay? That is by far the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, when I was watching that case, and I think you brought something up along that lines.
Points. Yeah, I couldn't keep going.
You brought something up along those lines, and then Siobhan, chimed in with her little, it's like, oh, well, that just gives ammunition pretty much for all the criminals in the state to kind of fight all their charges because blah, 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 jurisdiction, yada, yada.
It would only do it for the last 30 days because you can't appeal after that long. But at the same time, a precedent doesn't have to be applied straight away. They could do it after and say, hey, council meeting, we're changing the laws, we're going to fix it. Instead of fixing what the problem is when you are tested on them, they want to make excuses to allow the problem to exist. And, that's a failure of the people. And that's the end goal for me, to show the people who is failing them as a societal power.
From what I've heard, after that case, they're already trying to rewrite some of the legislation to fix some of the holes that they have because of
Hmm.
that. And I'm expecting that to probably happen before your court case, but I'm pretty sure technically
Oh, it's
ex
irrelevant.
post
It
well
would
yeah,
it would
ex post
work in my
facto works.
favor. Yeah, yeah, it'd
Yeah.
work in my favor. That's okay. I mean, listen, like I said, that's the goal for me. I ain't about being against the police or against the so-called state or against anybody, but um, yeah, listen, I'm gonna go call some people and I'll get back to you anyway. If you're down, by the way, would you be okay that I would question you a few things and have it on recording because I plan to actually question a lot of people in the city and just have
Hmm.
generalized points on what their perspective of jurisdiction is, the boundaries of the city, all that sort of stuff. Just so we can show what the people think. And it isn't a bias. It would be done in a way that everybody is free to say, what they want and what they think it is. So,
Yeah.
if we are a democracy, and it's shown that majority think what I think, I shouldn't be put in jail for thinking the law is based that way because that is literally how it all should be. So, either way, I do appreciate your time, sir. I'll
Yeah.
give you a call back later. Just think on it
Yeah.
if you want to.
Yeah.
I don't mind you reading up the legislation and stuff yourself. I do want educated opinion, so it means a lot
Yeah.
to me.
Okay. I will recheck over everything, but yeah, I do see your points on stuff, and I will look into it a little bit more. All
Okay,
right.
appreciate it, pal. Have a good day.
Have a good one. Bye bye.
Oh, actually.